Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today we come to you from Akala Island where the capsules are hosting the future Royal Gators. It will be the rock types going up against the poison types. Both these sides have won 5 games each this season, and the poison types have actually won their last 2. They want to make it 3 in a row, but let us know in the comments below who you think will win. Do you think it'll be the rock types? Do you think it'll be the poison types? Let's send it down. Now, the poison types are actually sitting in 6th place on the leaderboard too, and they're starting out with Goodra, their terrestrial Pokemon, and Muck in its Alolan form. It'll be Garganacl and Colossal starting out for the Akala capsules, as the capsules are currently sitting in 10th place, and whoever wins this matchup could potentially move themselves up into an Elite 4 position. Both these sides currently sitting in the leaders 8, but there is Goodra taking on that poison gooey form, and it does have the speed advantage, immediately going with a super effective Razor Shell on the Garganacl, who actually took that hit better than I would have expected, but it is followed up by a Leaf Storm from Muck, and Garganacl is able to hold on. That does lower the special attack stat of Muck a great deal, and we get the coaching from Garganacl. It's going to help out Colossal here by boosting that attack stat as well as that defense, and Colossal has that massive 120 base defense as it goes for the Sucker Punch, but unfortunately it is going to fail. This will open the door for Goodra to go for the Steel Roller here, but it does fail. Muck needs to follow it up. They should surely eliminate Garganacl now, but instead it sets up the Future Sight onto Colossal, and that's after having that special attack stat of Muck lowered. And Garganacl with the Fire Punch here gets a good hit there onto that Alolan Muck, and Colossal follows it up with the Bulk Up, boosting those physical stats. Yet again, another attack boost, another defense boost. It's going to be able to take a hit here. And Goodra with the Last Resort, but that also fails as well. And here we have Muck going with the Stockpile, so it is going to stockpile one. It's going to boost that defense here, as well as that special defense, I believe. And yes, I am correct here. And it has that special defense base of 100 as we get the Razor Leaf from Garganacl with that Sap Super ability, though Goodra gets an attack boost here. It's got that 100 base attack. Muck takes very little damage from that not very effective move, and Colossal follows it up with the Struggle Bug that'll hit both Goodra and Muck, but it's not very effective there on Goodra. However, it does lower its special attack, and it's actually got that 110 base special attack, as Goodra with the Gravity on the field here. So it's had its special attack lowered, it's had its physical attack risen, and that splash from Muck won't work due to the gravity, opening the door for a Poltergeist from Garganacl. Goodra is going to be attacked by its own Leper Berry here, and that is a great hit there by Garganacl, but it's a Heal Pulse from Colossal that's going to restore the health of the opposing Muck and get it back to full health as the Future Sight connects onto Colossal, and it's followed up by the Guillotine from Goodra, but Colossal's able to get out of the way just in time, and Muck is going to go with the Acupressure, helping out Goodra here by boosting that defense a great deal, and that is actually its lowest stat, as we get the Tail Whip from Garganacl that's going to lower the defense of Goodra and Muck at the same time. Colossal is going to follow it up with the Guard Split here, sharing its guard with Goodra of all Pokemon, but Goodra is going to respond with the Razor Shell again, and this time Garganacl will not survive. It has been eliminated by that super effective move. First elimination of the matchup. Muck is going to follow it up with the Nightshade onto Colossal here, getting a good hit, and Colossal does respond with the Crunch onto Goodra. Great hit there. Goodra's getting close to being eliminated as out comes Avalugg in its Hisuian form, and immediately it's met with a Brine. Super effective hit there from Goodra. Muck follows it up with the Knockoff, going for Colossal. Great hit, knocking off that Leper Berry in the process as well, and we have Avalugg going for its first move in the matchup with the Magic Powder. Is going to change the typing of Muck to a Psychic type Pokemon. Colossal is going to go with the Head Smash as well, and it is a one-hit wonder. Muck is eliminated, and it's a one-hit wonder because it was restored back to full strength, but Colossal is eliminated by the recoil damage. Huge hit, huge outcome, and out comes Overquill for the future Royal Gators, and it is Lycanroc in its nighttime form coming out for their color capsules, immediately being met with a not very effective slash from Overquill, and it responds with the Bubble Beam onto the Poison Dark type. Overquill kind of tanks that hit, and Goodra goes and sets up the Aqua Ring, so it's going to be surrounded by that Veil of Water, which will allow it to restore health in between turns. Avalugg goes for the Poison Powder, which will not affect the Poison type Goodra. And there we have Goodra restoring its health with that Veil of Water. And Gravity has just returned to normal in the process. But the Moonblast comes from Overcool, and Avalugg is taken out with that fantastic connection from Overcool. Lycanroc responds though with the high jump kick. Goodra hangs on from that not very effective move, and it is going to respond with the Rock Smash. This will be super effective, and Lycanroc holds on even after that critical hit. It was clearly able to play around that critical hit, but it does have its defense stat lowered as Goodra yet again having its health restored. With that said, Lycanroc having its defense stat low doesn't mean much because it's such an easy target right now, and out comes Spiritomb for the Akala Capsules. It is the Thrastal Pokemon for the Rock type, so it immediately takes on that Rock type, and similar to how Goodra took on the Poison typing for the future Royal Gators. And the Royal Gators are building some fantastic momentum in this matchup as Overcool with the close combat on the Spiritomb, and it is a one-hit wonder. There are some high offensive moves here that does lower the defense and special defensive Overcool, but Spiritomb doesn't even get to go for a move. It is eliminated by the first move it sees in this matchup, and Lycanroc with the curse. It doesn't go on the offensive end. The Akala Capsules really need to do that. Lycanroc does lower its speed, but it does boost its attack, and it needs to capitalize on that. Boost its defense, which is irrelevant now because Goodra is going to go with the Moonblast, and Lycanroc is eliminated from this matchup. And there's only one Pokemon remaining for the Akala Capsules. There's only been one Pokemon eliminated from the future Royal Gators. And out comes Arcanine for the Capsules. It has the speed advantage, immediately going for the Power Whip. But Goodra's Sap Sipper gets activated yet again, getting an attack boost. Overcool does go for the Fairy Lock, locking everyone onto the field so they cannot run during the next turn. And I hope you're not running away either. And if you're not, please consider leaving a subscribe and a like. But first we got the Side Strike onto Arcanine from Goodra, who's been in since the start of this matchup. I always love to see a Pokemon go from pillar to pillar, end to end, but we get the Stomp now onto Goodra. It's still hanging on. That Veil of Water has clearly kept it in this matchup. The Dream Eater will not affect Arcanine because it is not sleeping. Goodra is going to go with the Focus Energy, so it is getting pumped. It must see victory in its sights. They only have one target left, and yet again, Goodra having its health restored from that Veil of Water. Arcanine now going for the Acid Armor. It is going to boost its defense a great deal, and it really needs to do that because it's all by itself. But Overcool with the Cotton Guard also not going on the offensive. It's going to boost its own defense here. Goodra with the Smackdown, and that is super effective onto Arcanine, taking a great deal of damage there as Goodra continuing to restore its health here. Arcanine needs to get these eliminations quick and fast. It goes with the Fury Attack onto Overcool, and it, on the first one, activates that Poison Point ability of Overcool. So Arcanine has been poisoned, practically sealing its own fate by touching Overcool and being poisoned. Overcool is going to respond with the Frenzy Plant, and this could get the elimination, and it does. They don't even wait for the poisoning to take effect. Arcanine is eliminated. The future Royal Gators have dominated this matchup. They only had one Pokemon eliminated. That is unbelievable. This is going to allow the future Royal Gators to jump up into 4th place, and next round they will be taking on the Oplucid Emperors, whereas the Akala Capsules next round will be taking on the Spike Myth Suede Grunts, and they really need to get a victory there, otherwise they could see themselves slipping out of the Leaders 8. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I will see you when you see me.